Be healthy. Be wealthy. Healthy Wealthy PH.
Henry T.C. Sr. was a Filipino business magnate, investor, and philanthropist known for his involvement in the Philippines retail industry. Born in October 15, 1924, and died January 19, 2019 at age 94. Net worth $18.3 billion by September 2018. From rags to riches stories we are so often inspired by. Where the poor and hard-pressed become the rich and the powerful, either by hard work and perseverance, meeting the right people at the right time, or just by a twist of fate and a stroke of dumb luck. We can't help but be in awe when we find out that those in power came from the humblest of beginnings. For success and achievement are not handed down on a silver platter but earned through the trials of life and through the will and determination to see things through to the end. Here we will look into the story of a man who arrived in the Philippines and struggled every step of the way, eventually becoming the richest man in the country. That man is Henry C. Sr., a Chinese-Filipino business magnate, successful investor, and philanthropist. He started out his career with a simple but friendly neighborhood variety store, before going on to make a shoe retail store. Henry C. has gone through much adversity in his life. He did not get success once and roll with it continuously. He had his ups and downs like many of us do. But what made him different and eventually earned him the success is that he never gave up on pursuing his dreams. Henry T.C. was born to a poor family in Xiamen, Fujian, China. He was 12 when he first arrived in the Philippines, working at his father's small variety store for more than 12 hours a day, every day. The store was located in what is known today as Quiapo, Manila. It was at this store that he devised a strategy that would give him bigger gains to his income. Essentially, he developed smaller portions of products for sale, a strategy similar to what we see these days when we go shopping in supermarkets. Needless to say, his strategy worked, and he was able to make multiple sales. Henry was so engrossed in work that he never had time to be a kid, or to play with other kids. Following World War II, the store got obliterated along with the rest of Manila. His family decided to return to China, but C stayed in the Philippines armed with determination to realize his dreams. Henry later realized the limitations of a small variety store. At one point after the store burned down, Henry continued to sell on the streets to support himself, with his father no longer by his side. One day when he was out selling, he was shot by a shrapnel and nearly bled to death if it wasn't for his friend who rushed him to the hospital. He repaid his friend by making him his business partner throughout the rest of their careers. C completed his secondary education at an institution now known as the Chiang Kai-shek College, and earned his Associate of Arts degree in Commercial Studies at Far Eastern University in 1950. While studying in school, he also learned how to speak in English and Filipino. In his 20s, Henry C. became a store manager working for an American business involved in the local shoe industry in the Philippines. He opened his first sole proprietorship store in Quiapo, Manila in 1948. He opened at least 3 shoe stores in the Carriedo area, which was then known for its heavy pedestrian traffic. His decision to sell shoes was due to the losses his family experienced in World War II, thinking that everyone would need shoes following the aftermath of the war. He sold surplus GI boots and saved finances before he established Shoe Mart in 1958, his own small shoe store in Qiapo that marked the beginning of SM Prime. He later encountered difficulties in sourcing shoes locally, and decided to import shoes from outside the country. C became involved in the banking industry when he acquired Acme Savings Bank, later renamed Banco de Oro or BDO in 1967. In November 1972, he opened SM Qiapo, SM's first standalone department store, and entrusted his 22-year-old daughter Teresita to run the store. On November 8, 1985, he established his first SM Supermall, SM City North EDSA. In the early 1990s, SM started opening more shopping malls with the setting up of 2 malls in Metro Manila and a solitary mall in Cebu City. SM Prime Holdings was incorporated in 1994 and went public. C was named Richest Man of the Year by the Makati Business Club in 1999, and was conferred an honorary doctorate in business management by De La Salle University in January of that year. He and his wife established the SM Foundation Incorporated, which helps underprivileged youths, the disabled and the elderly. He established business presence in mainland China when the SM Group opened its first shopping mall in his native Xiamen. Other malls were later set up in other parts of southern China. Over the decades he developed Shoe Mart into SM Investments, one of the largest conglomerates in the Philippines, including 77 SM malls in the Philippines and China, 62 department stores, 56 supermarkets, and over 200 grocery stores. SM also owns Banco de Oro, also one of the largest bank in the Philippines, and real estate holdings. He was the Philippines' richest man, gaining $5 billion in 2010, amid the global financial crisis. For 11 straight years until his death, C was named by Forbes as the richest person in the Philippines. Upon his death on January 19, 2019, his estimated net worth amounted to $19 billion, making him the 53rd richest person in the world. Such is a great and inspiring story of a simple man who rose from nothing into a richest person in his country. We hope you also got inspired by his real and humble story, and attain your goals toward the so-called financial freedom.